data that we have in our LIS are no longer included in the present BEIS form. Learner data that are not yet part of the LIS are retained in the BEIS, including new learner data elements. And the new cutoff date of data is October 31, 2020. Cutoff, that's we had started our classes October 24. So after 31 will be the cutoff. That is for the school health data, previous school year 2019-20, as of December 31, 2020, and April to November 2020, and August 1 to December 31, 2020. For the DRR, or the disaster risk reduction data, covered period, the period covered is June 2019 to May 2020. Also, the travel details has been removed, as mentioned a while ago. So, ito na po yung ating first page ng ating GESP. Just take note of the additional phrase here in red fonts, which is not available or missing. And dati, we just have to indicate if the item is left blank, 0 ang indicate or not applicable. But included na po ang not available or missing. What does that mean? Available, mayroon kayong data, it's not 0, kaya lang hindi makita. Or walang, hindi officially declared na andyan yung data. So, what will be indicated is M. So, also included here, sorry. Generate, sige, we'll proceed with the next, the same as the previous school year, except for these fonts in red. So, this is no longer included. Nasa previous BEIS form po ito. And so we have now table 1, the learners by program. That is for school year 2020 to 2021. The cut-off date is as of October 31, 2020. So we have the enrollment by program from kinder to grade 6, and segregated into male female. And the table will have to provide the data for our madrasa education program or the ALIVE, Arabic Language and Islamic Values Education. We have the 1.A is for the Muslim, data for the Muslim, and data for the non-Muslim. Mayroon palang mga non-Muslim also naka-enrolled sa madrasa, MLP. Okay, anyway, I think we just have 3 schools that we have this MFP or the ALIVE. Here we have this South Central, North Central, and West Central. So retained also in the BEIS forms too. And number 2 is the Special Science Elementary School. We need data from grade 1 to grade 6. This is still included dahil po this is not tagged in the LIS. So kailangan lumabas po dito, the SSES program. So we have there the definitions of ALIVE and also SSES. That will be our guide in determining the data to be encoded. So next, table 2. This is for the learners with disabilities. We have the homebound learners, homebound and hospital-bound program. So just take note of this. First, we have this different diagnosis and medical from licensed medical specialists. we have the visual impairment up to the special health problem. This is a new element indicating po rito ang cancer. So it states here that, sorry. The learners with disabilities who are not enrolled under the homebound program, but from home due to the directive of no face-to-face classes because of the pandemic shall not be counted. Okay, so may mga LWDs po tayo who are really enrolled sa homebound or hospital-bound program, but there are also LWDs who are studying from home, but because of the directive of no face-to-face classes, hindi sila dapat ma-count. Makaka-count lang doon those who are actually enrolled sa homebound hospital-bound program. So for the new cancer, new data element, we can refer to the definition of cancer later that will be shown. And for the manifestations which are in red fonts, difficulty in seeing up to difficulty in communicating, these are new data elements for homebound program only. And this is the continuation, table 2, learners with disabilities under the homebound and hospital-bound program. And ito po, just take note of this. LWDs in number 10 includes 10A, the new data element. LWDs with cancer, again, we can refer to the definitions below. And for with manifestations in red fonts, naka-block po yan. So no need. Of course, we cannot encode the data in these boxes, in these slots. So andito po yung mga definitions. This will guide us in determining the kind or the number of data that we will have to input or encode dyan sa ating BEIS. We have the classification of learners with disabilities, learners with difficulties under the homebound and hospital bounds, and then po ang kanilang definition, and also LWDs with diagnosed from licensed medical specialists. I think alam naman pa ito ng ating mga personnel sa SPED. We have dalawa lang pa ating SPED schools. We have the North Central and the South Central. The next slide. Okay, continuation with definitions of LWDs. Sorry. Okay, we can proceed to the next slide. Alam na po yan ng mga definitions ng ating SPED. So table 3 is the number of functional, assistive technology, and adaptive devices. For 2020. So the number of devices, nandito po sa column 2 of table 3 box A. And then po, listed po yung mga assistive devices, whether present or not present in your SPED center. But we will have to indicate the number of devices. And take note also of the reminder here. Table 3 should be accomplished only by schools and SPED centers with SPED classes or programs. Okay, assistive technology device. The next we have number of functional equipment and tools for LWDs. Again, as of October 31, 2020, ang ating update. The list of the equipment and tools. And again, just take note of the Reminders, Table 4 shall be accomplished only by elementary schools and SPED centers with SPED classes and programs. This concerns only our two SPED schools. And Table 5, learning resources needed for learners with disabilities. Again, as of October 31, 2020, we will always have to take note of the cut-off date. Nakalagay po dyan right after yung heading ng table. Kasi iba-iba po ang mga cut-off date sa mga data being asked to accomplish. So again, classification types of disabilities. For column 2, it is asking for the quantity needed for depth and procured learning resources. Saan tayo? Okay, so with diagnosis from licensed medical specialists, these are the disabilities from visual impairment to multiple disabilities. Again, included also is cancer, new data element. Notes that procured learning resources refers to the instructional materials provided by the central office. Also, okay, we have to take note of these notes in these forms. This will serve as our guide in determining the data, the quantity. Again, continuation of Table 5 is the learning resources needs for the learners with disabilities. We have here the Braille LR down to large print. So, alam na po yan ng ating mga SPED personnel. Okay, quantity needed. Ang hinihingi dyan, numbers. For our next slide, for next table is Table 6. Teachers, dito po, medyo ito, importante po ito. Teachers handling learners with disabilities, nationally funded teachers for school year 2020 to 2021 as of October 31, 2020. So, new data elements po ito. We have here ang ating teachers in our SPED number being asked the number those handling learners with type of disabilities. Also being asked is the years in service, years of teaching LWDs. So in the previous form for GESP, so at least this is now being given attention para kaya nga hinihingi po ang data ito. Hopefully, makikita ng central office ang ating needs, teacher needs sa ating SPED. Hindi na po yung mga special report that we still have to go through the protocol, dadaan sa region before sending to the central office yung special report, the teacher need report for our SPED. At least kita na kaagad ito ng central office. So, for these new data elements, take note, the multiple disabilities, the column for multiple disabilities, and the 2 or more types of LWDs, mixed LWD. Okay. Andito po yung notes niya dito sa ibaba, which states, number 1, if a teacher is handling group of learners with 2 or more types of disabilities, he shall be counted in multiple disabilities. And number 2, for the other column, if a teacher is handling learners with different disabilities or combinations of LWDs, he shall be counted in 2 or more types of LWDs, mixed LWDs. So, ating SPED Center personnel, take note of this po. Ayan po, mga columns, naka-indicate yung ating mga types of disabilities. Ayan. This is napakaganda po nitong additional na ito. And for table 7, locally funded teachers working in the school by funding source, again, as of October 31, 2020, dati po ito, the class, we have the kindergarten and elementary, excluding handling alive classes. Ito po ang ating, sa ngayon, I think they are our teacher assistants. And we have here the set, the source of fund, the special education fund. Take note if it's under provincial or municipal city, of course, accept natin dito sa city. And take note also the difference of yung LGU fund, that's different from the set. And others, probably to others, PTA fund or others, similar source. And take note also, fill out the number of teachers. Ayan po. In-emphasize kasi the experience of central office, may mga nag-indicate po dito ng amount ng funds. No, it should be the number of teachers po. So, andito po yung mga definitions niya. For the next table, we have table 8, locally funded teachers working in the school who are qualified and trained. Okay? Again, mga locally funded teachers, yung kanina, yung data natin, only that we will have to indicate whether they were qualified teachers or trained teachers. Take note of dito po sa next, in the right column, sa right part po of the slide is this should be validated by the senior education program specialist, HRTD. Ayan po. Sino pong ating senior, yung sets for HRTD? That's, I think that's Ma'am Abiciello. And dito rin po yung notes, take note of the definition of qualified teacher and trained teacher. Ayan po, naman pa dyan. This will be self-explanatory din po. And reminders for this, those serving 2 or more schools simultaneously shall be counted only in the school with the most teaching loads or number of learners handled in that order. Meron ba tayong TA or LGU funded teacher? Dalawang schools ang sinuservan. And also number 2, total of qualified trained teachers shall be less than or equal to the total of locally funded teachers. Siyempre, qualified teachers na ipasok natin, pero there could be yung ating mga LGU funded teachers, siyempre mas marami yan kasi there could be some who are not yet qualified or trained. And table 9 is about the debt and subsidized contract of service teachers Assistive handling alive classes. Okay. So, bago rin po ito. Naka-indicate po dito yung ating mga teachers in alive classes, our Assistive. As of now, as I recall, we have just three teachers. Okay, ano na po dyan? Ang ating so we have 3 schools with Assistive handling alive classes. We have the South Central, North Central, and again, I think West. So, who are these Assistive pala? That subsidized teachers assigned to teach alike classes and not having plantilla positions but paid by the DepEd through honorarium. This will be validated by our division alike coordinator. Sino pang ating alike coordinator? Si Ma'am Lani ba? Okay, for the next table, teaching related and non-teaching personnel, nationally funded, school year 2020 to 2021. Again, as of October 31, 2020. I think this is not new to our schools. Para rin sa previous BEIS form. We can proceed to the next slide. The next table, teaching personnel, nationally funded, school year 2020 to 2021, as of October 31, 2020. So basically, still the same with the previous BEIS form, GSP, only that take note of the cut-off. Here in column 2A, the number of positions assigned in the school per latest PSI-POP as of March 31, yan po, as of March 31, 2020, PSI-POP. And for the items created from April 1 to October 31, 2020, yan po, indicate natin sa column 2B. Mga teacher 1 positions lang yan kasi mga newly created positions po yan. So the rest, the same din as the previous BEIS or GSP form. Again, for the teaching personnel, andito po yung ating mga notes who are the nationally funded personnel and the number of positions assigned in the school per latest PSI-POP. So take note of this. This will guide us in counting the number of teachers that we will put here in this table. Okay, we also have reminders here, yung mga dapat magtali in table 11A. Totals in column 12 shall tally with entries in column 2. Again, number 2, in table 11, if a teacher is handling 2 or more assignments, he or she shall be counted in his or her assignment where he or she has the most number of loads, and so forth. Just take note of these reminders. And table 12, teacher assignments. Okay, nationally funded teachers working in the school. Okay. So we have here the position title from Master Teacher 4 to Sped Teacher 1. And then po, who carries the full-time class teaching load. And then po, indicated po ang, andito po yung notes, who are these full-time teachers and who are the part-time teachers. And the ancillary services. Take note of these notes so that we will be guided. Paano pag-determine teachers who carries full-time and those who are assigned part-time. Basically, the same din ito sa previous BEIS form. Okay, for table 13, teachers who receive training while in service from July, take note of this period, July 19 to June 2020. Nationally funded teachers working in the school as of October 31, 2020. So again, the same positions, Master Teacher 4 down to Sped Teacher. Number of teachers, male, female, indicate the total. Okay, here is a note that the number of teachers who receive training relevant to the subject matter they are teaching for the past 12 months. Okay, so take note of this subject matter they are teaching relevant to the subject matter for the past 12 months. For the next table, we have table 14, teachers who receive training on information and communication technology, ICT. Again, training on ICT, ICT integration, ICT literacy content, software, hardware, others. We will have to indicate the number of teachers sa kindergarten, and then grades 1 to 6. Totals na lang po yung grades 1 to 6. And then the total for kinder to grade 6. Segregated, male, female. So the notes here, ICT integration, andyan po ang ating definition, to hardware and also others. The others refers to other training on ICT. Another reminder, if a teacher is receiving more than one training on ICT, he or she can be counted more than once. Okay, for table 15, teachers who receive training on pedagogy. The training on pedagogy, it could be either constructivist, inquiry-based, down to inclusive education, and also others. So we will indicate there the number of teachers. The notes here, the definitions of pedagogy and constructivist teaching, down to inclusive education and others refers to the other trainings in pedagogy. Again, another reminder, if a teacher is receiving more than one training on pedagogy, she can be counted more than once. And for table 16, number of trainees by grade level. Number of teachers by grade level. I think we also have this in the previous BEIS. Retain po ito. No need to elaborate on this. And also the number of teachers by teaching assignment. We also have this in the previous BEIS form. And just take note of the reminders here. Sa ibaba. And for table 17, again, a reminder is if a teacher is teaching more than one learning area or grade level, this can be counted more than once. And to grade 4, 5, and 6 of the table can be greater than or equal to grade 4, 5, and 6 in table 16. Okay, just take note of this para hindi po tayo magkaroon ng inconsistency. Wala pong lalabas na parang warning sign na hindi nagtatali sa table that it should tally. Again, for the next table is 18, number of teachers by highest education attainment. Okay, we have this in our previous BEIS form. Self-explanatory pa ito. And under this table, we have boxes 1 and 2. Okay, box 1, it is asking data on learning action cell sessions. We have their question of, do you conduct LAC sessions in your school? Yes, no. If yes, indicate the number of LAC sessions conducted. Okay, mayroon ito sa previous, and this is self-explanatory. And also box 2, ito parang bago rin ito, action research. Do you conduct action research in your school? Okay, if yes, and then po yung completed last school year, ongoing or to be conducted, yes or no. Answer, just check the box. For the next table, we have box 3 for table 18, the school government program, SGP, data. And ito po mga questions dito, where just a matter of checking the boxes whether mayroon o wala, yes, no. So we have this also in our previous BEIS form. Okay, madali naman po itong if you have the data in your school. We can proceed to the next, box 4. Okay, Supreme Pupils Government Activities. Just take note of these questions, whether you have in your school. If you have yes or none, just check the no box. And also box 5, career guidance program, also being asked. Mga questioners to answerable by yes or no, just check the box. For the next table 19, we have the number of functional computers in the school by funding source. Okay. We have this has been retained from the previous BEIS form. I think very familiar dito ang ating mga BEIS kasi mga ICT ata sila. From academic use to administrative use. And also take note of the definitions. Again, just a reminder. For the next table, 20, we have the number of functional ICT equipment. Okay, so carried from the previous BEIS form din ito. This is not new to you, BEIS coordinators. And just take note also the definitions sa ibaba. And for the next table, we have box 6 for table 20. Okay, internet connectivity as of October 31, 2020. Okay, mga questions pang dito na I think carried over from the previous BEIS form. This is not new to you. Okay. And table 21, the average monthly expense in pesos of internet connection by funding source. Okay? Alam na po itong ang data ito ng ating mga BEIS. Nasa previous BEIS forms po ito. And for the next table 22, MOE allocation, utilization, and liquidation. We have this also in the previous BEIS form, GSP. Only that, just take note of this, yung definitions po, dito sa notes, sa MOE, it is the allocated funds for public elementary and secondary schools that can be spent on activities and necessities only, electricity and water, that supports the learning programs and help maintain a safe and healthy environment in the school. Okay, MOE allocation refers to the MOE provided for the previous fiscal year. Yeah, for 2000, fiscal year is January 2019 to December 2019. MOE liquidation refers to the amount of MOE liquidated from the MOE, utilized from the MOE allocation of the previous school year. Hopefully, lahat po tayo naka 100% na. That's kasi 2019 data po itong hinihingi. So, for the data on electrical supply sources, just take note of the notes here, grid supply, electricity coming from major or local power distributors like the electric organic cooperative such as Anteco, Baseco. Sa atin, we have the ISALCO. Grid supply po yan. Off-grid supply, electricity coming from alternative source of power like the solar power, generator, hydroelectric. And may pa po dito, microhydro and wind turbine, windmill, etc. No source of electricity. That is without existing electrical supply at all. Lahat naman tayo, mayroon tayo power supply na all our schools, whether grid or off-grid. And also for the school site, okay, mayroon din po ito sa previous BEIS form natin. From the school site ownership being asked, ownership in the name of DepEd LGU. Okay, so hopefully our school has the record for this school site data or information. Kung medyo alangan po tayo dun sa mga previous information na nailagay natin sa previous school year, we can put here yung tama po. Baka baka naman there's already an update like dati-dati ang kuha natin, ang group natin is donation, yung pala mayroon ng acquired na by the school at mayroon ng title. So, ang ownership niya magiging pala other government yung mode of acquisition niya by either usufruct agreement or baka special patent or deed of sale or by donation. Okay, so madali na rin po itong pilapan kasi we have the previous data on this. Okay, so just take note of this definitions. Once you print this, medyo magiging legible naman or readable naman. Medyo maliliit pa ang ating dito fonts kasi napakadami po. Put in one slide. Anyway, we got used to these definitions in the previous BEIS gathering of data. Okay, box 9, the school location. Ito po. Location descriptions of your school. Check all if applicable sa school. So, if it's along the highway, notes po dito, along the highway means facing or directly beside a national road or public road. And if it's by the hillside, on an inclined or steep area, or if it's on top of a mountain, wala naman siguro tayo yung siguro top of a mountain, although national naman po kasi ito, kaya we have schools in other regions on top, probably baka mayroon tayo sa Isabela or Cagayan. The definition here is on an elevated area or on a small island, not applicable to us, near the coastline, wala alam po, I don't think we have that. Near or a river or waterway, probably we have near a fault line. Alam po ba natin kung ang school natin ay nasa fault line? Maybe we can consult our DRRM and others. If it is near, ang gauge po dyan or parameter po dyan, if it is within 1.5 kilometers from the school. So, considered as near. So, deleted the table is for the travel details. One way, from school. That's for the school year 2019-2020, andun po yun. But now, nawala na po yung travel details. And for our health and nutrition, number of learners who were vaccinated by the Department of Health among the learners from August 1 to December 31, 2020, based on LGU health records. Mayroon ba tayong na-vaccinate mga children? Parang wala naman silang, hindi naman lumalabas noon from August 1, last year, August to December. Anyway, if there is someone vaccinated per LGU records, we can consult LGU. The 0 ang ating lalagay dyan. If mayroon, lalagay natin. Number of learners who underwent vision screening. Okay, so I don't think we will be able to have this data. But at any rate, kung ang school niyo meron, so just put it there. Ito naman pala, may note dito. This table on the number of learners who underwent vision screening does not need to be filled out since face-to-face classes have been suspended. Siyempre naman. Okay, that's clear. Pero for letter A, there's a possibility. Baka sa ibang regions kasi, baka mayroong na-vaccinate na children within this period, August 1 to 31, 2020. Okay, for the next table, 23, health and nutrition again. I don't think this, naka-indicate po dito, this does not need to be filled out since the conduct of nutritional assessment has been suspended per DO 23 series of 2020. Okay. Pero bakit still included dito? Baka sa susunod kasi, pwede na siguro magkaroon ng mag-conduct ng determination of the nutritional status of our learners. So anyways, there, and then the instruction is, hindi mo na pipilapan because of DO 23 series of 2020. And table 23, health and nutrition, again, from August 1 to December 31, 2020. Again, we will have to consult the LGU for the health records. And the school clinic, does the school have a designated school clinic? Again, answerable by yes or no. And in red fonts, does the school have a designated clinic teacher? Parang bago yata itong question na ito. Yes or no? And the rest, pilapan na lang po natin. Self-explanatory po ang mga hinihinging data dito. And for the next table, we have, again, availability of water supply. This is not new to you. Basically, the same data being asked, carried over from the previous BEIS form. And for the next table, we have the number of existing wash facilities. The same, just take note of the definitions on group hand washing facility down to water outlet. We have to know whether functional with soap or without soap, whether non-functional, and then the total number of wash facilities, so forth. Okay, so the same data being asked in the previous BEIS form for medical and nursing services. We are supposed to have the data on this because this is for school year 2019 and 2020. And ito po, number of learners examined down to number of learners referred to city, rural health units, or other private health professionals from kindergarten to grade 6. And for table 25, we have the oral health. Again, we are supposed to have the data on this. This is the data for the previous school year, 2019-2020. So details, number of learners examined down to number of learners who underwent fluoridization. Also take notes of the definitions, decade missing and field teeth, DMFT index. So we have to be guided by the definitions. Nasa ibaba po yan mga tables. And for the next table, mental health for the months of April 2020. Ayan po. This is a new table. April 2020 to November 2020. Provide the number of cases of suicide and attempted suicide among learners and school personnel that were recorded by the school during the pandemic. Okay, bago po ito. So, if ever we have indicator, those that were officially reported. Suicide, attempted suicide. And for the definition, nasa pang definition ito? Okay, I think if we print the downloaded template, makikita po natin ang definitions of this suicide, attempted suicide. Most likely hindi lang nakita po dito sa materials provided to us by the central office. And for box 12, we also have the mental health. We have here questions like, does the school have a guidance office? Is the person in charge of the guidance office a registered guidance counselor? I don't think sa ating elementary schools, wala naman po siguro tayong guidance counselor. And so forth. Just indicate there kung wala. Or no, kung wala. And so we will have to answer up to number 6 question. Did the school celebrate the National Mental Health Week in October 2019? Okay, 2019 pa ito. So probably you have a data on this. And continuation of the table is box 12, mental health. Again, these are new data elements. So number 7 question is that did the school conduct training or extracurricular activities for learners related to any of the topics below? Ayan po, in different columns po ang mga topics kung nag-conduct po. Addressing the problem of bullying, mental health, and psychosocial issues and conditions including depression, up to psychological first aid. So these were included because this is very relevant considering our present situation because of the pandemic. And number 8, also it is being asked that whether the school conducted training or extracurricular activities for teachers for teachers related to any of the topics below. Pag yes, sasagutan po natin ito. Again, sa different columns, teachers po dito ang data, ang teachers ang hinihingi whether they have trainings on addressing the problem bullying. Ayan po, the same topics as as number 7 question. Only that, yung teachers naman ang being asked the data or number of teachers. For box 15, cancer cases, previous school year, again, another new box. So, dito, cancer cases among learners, the number of learners, those with cancer cases. Cancer cases like leukemia, brain and spinal cancer, and other types of cancer. And learners with cancer, cancer patients, whether symptomatic or living with cancer, whether asymptomatic, and also cancer survivors, and those who died due to cancer. Yan ang mga hinihinging data. Hopefully, kung mayroon, we can indicate here. Also, cancer cases among school personnel. So, hindi lang sa learners ang hinihinging data, but also among school personnel. Oh, sorry. Among the school personnel, what are the cancer cases being asked? The data on breast cancer, lung cancer, other types of cancer. Okay. School personnel with cancer, cancer patients, symptomatic or those living with cancer, whether asymptomatic, also cancer survivors. Those also who died due to cancer. So take note also of the notes here ibaba, definition of cancer patients, those living with cancer, and the cancer survivors. May mga definitions for us to be guided. For the next box, adolescent reproductive health, previous school year din ang data, 2019 to 2020. This is also a new box. Being asked number of pregnant learners and number of impregnator learners, and whether whether they are in school or on alternative delivery mode, and if mayroon, whether they have transferred in or out or they have dropped. And also, so of course, number 2, as I mentioned, also hindi lang yung pregnant learners, but sino ba ang nag-impregnate sa kanila? Hinihingi rin. Ayan, just in case available itong data. And also, does the school have an optional teen center? Being asked dito. Kung wala, they just indicate the check the no box. And also number of learners reached by adolescent reproductive health training activities. Okay, so mga learners natin who had training activities on adolescent reproductive health. And also the number of teachers reached by adolescent reproductive and health training activities. Not only the learners but also the teachers being asked yung data dito sa ating teachers. So indicated po dito, the grade levels are for grades 4 to 6 only. Same with doon sa teachers, number of teachers. Grades 4 to 6 also. Okay, and for the next, okay, box 15, these are the definitions. For our tobacco control, the same, I think this is also from the previous BEIS form. Just, we will just have to answer yes or no. And down to number 4 for A is the school head. Check. Ito po, in red one, being emphasized here. Ito po questions in red. Prevalence of the use of cigarettes and e-cigarettes or vapes among e-learners and school personnel. Ito po. For point A is the school head, a tobacco smoker, but not an ENDS, or ENNDS, vape e-cigarette user. Ayan, we have also to indicate kung meron po tayo. Down to neither a tobacco, cigarette smoker nor an ENDS or ENNDS, vape or e-cigarette user. Okay, kung meron pong tayong data dyan, so just honestly, lagay lang po natin. And also for box 15, tobacco control, continuation, new data elements. Okay. For columns 2, it's the number of teachers, ang data that is being asked, also on tobacco, cigarette smokers, and up to tobacco smokers, and also ENDS or ENNDS. Okay, so these are new data elements. For box 15, we have 4.B and 4.C. Also, just note, ENDS or ENNDS stands for Electronic Nicotine Delivery Systems and Electronic Non-Nicotine Delivery Systems, which include vape and e-cigarettes. And we have to be guided by this definition, by this acronym. And for box 16, on National Preventive Drug Education, okay, we have this in the previous BEIS form. Our GSP have this for the previous school year. This is not new to us. And for box 17, this one is a new box, OC Plan Kalusugan, okay? OC Adapted Program, school year 2021 as of December 31, 2020. So questions here, does the school have a designated OX-adapted focal person per Adapted Order 28 series of 2018 down to 3.8? Number 3, if yes, just answer what is the Facebook page address. Mahihingi na rin ditong Facebook address. Okay, so self-explanatory pa mga ito. Also, box 18 on feeding program. We have this in the previous school year BEIS form. This is not new to us. Just check the appropriate box. And also on food handling, carried over. Just take note of the cut-off date. As of December 31, 2020, both. Dito po sa box 18 and box 19. Okay, self-explanatory rin po yung mga dito. Pag-fill in ang data. And for box 20, so solid waste management, again carried over from the previous base form, just take note of the cut-off date as of December 31, 2020 for box 20. For box 21, again, the same cut-off date, December 31, 2020. And for the menstrual hygiene, also cut-off is the same, December 31, 2020. Okay, for child protection. Okay, this is also a new box. Child protection, previous school year data ang hiningi natin. For data for 2019-2020. So, and then po, just check the appropriate boxes. And for violence against children, also previous school year 2019-2020 data being asked. And then po, the incidents recorded, the types, naka-indicate po dito ang types of violence like physical, sexual, psychological, and other acts, whether against male or against female. Or also, if identified po ang ating mga perpetrators, if it could be school personnel or outsider, indicate po natin dito. Numbers lang po ang hinihingi dito. Ano po? Hindi po yung pangalan lang natin. Children or yung mga victims or even the perpetrators. Numbers lang po. Number of reported incidents of violence against children by grade level and sex. Yeah. Also the numbers being asked. Also, take note also itong definitions sa ibaba po of the tables. And for box 25, again, continuation, child protection bullying. Ito pong mga new data elements. This is a new box also. Data needed for school year 2019 and 2020. Okay, the number of reported incidents of bullying or peer abuse by the type of violences. And then po, the same types of bullying, physical, cyber, gender-based, and social bullying. Ayan, sa social media natin, may mga bullying that happens. Incidents recorded. So, mga recorded po to, whether against male or female learners. Also, for number 2, number of reported incidents of bullying or peer abuse by grade level and sex. Okay, so numbers also being asked. And box 25, yung reasons also for the bullying. Data needed is for previous school year 2019 to 2020. So, reasons, physical appearance, ang dami nang hinihingi, mga detail dito. Physical appearance, status in life, ng poor. Bakit ang rich ba hindi pwedeng mabully? Skin color, age, young or old. Aray ko, old. Mabubully din pala. And even gender, race or ethnicity, down to this, also religion and disability. Okay, so reasons po ng bullying, if recorded in your school, from kindergarten to grade 6. Previous school po ang ganyan. May pa tayong face-to-face classes for the previous school year. Notes also, just take note of these definitions here, bullying or peer abuse, and dito po, down to social bullying. And for box 26, can we have a time check? Okay, it's 11. Okay, we have to make it more faster. Ano, kasi we have, I think we have 73 slides, number 55 slides na tayo. So, box 26, school sports program. Again, mayroon na rin po ito the previous base form, and just check the appropriate boxes and take notes here of the definition: sports events, sports clubs, sports facilities. Ito po yung ating guides for this in checking the appropriate boxes. Andyan po yung sports program, from archery, number 1, up to goal ball, number 29. And for table 18, we have the school sports programs, sports personnel. Okay, the sports events from archery to, again, 29, goal ball. The numbers of coaches being asked up to the number of non-teaching personnel with sports specialization. Hinihingi ito, school year 2020 to 2021, as of October 31, 2020. And we have the data on this. Anyway, kung mayroon pa ang ating school, just indicate po dito. Hindi pa naman active ang ating sports events. So at any rate, baka for, this will be for future references by the central office. And just take note of the definitions here. From coaches down to non-teaching personnel, identified non-academic personnel, DepEd funded and their sports specialization. Ito po, reminder, PE teachers, non-PE teachers, and non-teaching personnel may identify multiple sporting events. Just checking po, are you still there with me or I'm still with you? Sir Mar? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nandito pa po kami, sir.
Yes, sir. Board na board.
Thank you.
Okay pa, sir. Okay pa.
Anyway, just making you aware, maano natin ito, pag nakita naman natin, alam naman natin mga data dito, but just making aware, and hopefully, kung mayroong later, if you have questions, you can ask questions verbally or dun sa chat box. Okay, so for table 29, the disaster calamities, we have this previous BEIS form. Just hopefully mayroon tayong uniformity, kasi like the drought, earthquake, flood, landslide, pwedeng ang mga schools, iba-iba ang months dito. Tropical cyclones, supposedly uniform tayo dito. Okay, and the rest, human-induced hazards, bomb threat in school premises, hopefully wala naman. Down to structural collapse, okay, kung mayroon, just indicate in the table. And just also take note of the period covered June 2019 to May 2020. Okay, 2019, June. Okay, for the next slide, we have, okay, mga ulit po, definitions, maliit po dito, but at any rate, doon sa downloaded format natin, we can read this clearly. Even and when you also print, have the hard copy, mababasa rin po natin to. Anyway, these are definitions, and these definitions are not new to us. Carried over din ito from the previous BEIS form. And for table 30, we have the disaster calamities also carried over dito from the BEIS form. This is not new to us. At any rate, parang wala tayong palito. NA naman sa atin siguro ito. Hopefully, lahat NA sa atin. And for the next table is okay, continuation of the previous table of the definition. Ito ho, emphasize lang dito yung armed conflict. Wala naman po siguro sa atin. And for table 31, result of disaster incidences. Yes, okay. Number of classrooms used as evacuation center. Number of school days lost due to class suspensions resulting from natural hazards. ang hinihingi po rito, evacuation center used due to natural hazards. Wala naman pong sinasabi ang ating COVID-19 is not natural hazards. Okay. Just take note of the period covered, June 2019, again to May 2020. Okay, so self-explanatory on the rest. And also box 27, enabling environment. We have the adopted localized existing policies related to the RRM, CCA. Ito pa ating mga references. Ito pa yung mga policies. As mentioned before, we will be getting aware of the policies as we go or look for the data that we need. So from DO 82, series of 2010, to DO 32, series 2019, learners and schools as safe zones of peace. Medyo maingay po sa background ka, no? Ayan, kasi ang ating security guards, at least hindi binabayaran as security guards, pinapakain lang. Sorry po for the noise in my background. Okay, so ilan pang ating mga references sa policies, those that are RRM related, and also for the child protection, we will be guided by this. So, ang dami po mga ating kwan. Okay. Okay, mga policies pa rin pala ito. Itong for this box 27. Just check the appropriate boxes if it's applicable to you, to your school. From designated school DRRM coordinator, meron, up to number 25, data collection and consideration of programs and activities on DRRM. Is building to monitor results and impact. Okay, also the definitions will be guided. Ito pala yung spelled out with the acronyms and yung CCA, what's climate change adaptation, and also the DRRM, and education in emergencies. And ito pang mga definitions. We have to be guided by these definitions. And also box 28, safe learning facilities, also carried over from the previous BEIS form. This is not new to us. Okay, just fill in the appropriate data or information. Check the appropriate boxes. Just take note of the period covered, 2019, 2020, June 2019 to May 2020. And the school disaster management for the months, again, carried over from the previous BEIS form. Just check the appropriate boxes and fill in the appropriate, the right data. Again, continuation of the school disaster management. Dati na rin po yan. This is not new to us. Napakadami nga lang. But just check the appropriate box. And also just fill in with the right or complete number or data. Again, definitions. We have to be guided again by these definitions like bomb threats or bombing. Wala naman siguro nangyari pa sa atin dito. Up to number 10, WASH, water, sanitation, and hygiene facilities. And box 30, we have the disaster risk reduction education. Okay, checking the appropriate box, self-explanatory po ito. Again, I think this is also carried over from the previous school year. This is not new to us. And for table 32, again, carried over from the previous base form. Alam na po natin ito. DRRM, CCA, and peace building trainings, whether they are nationally funded or locally funded. Ayan po, teaching personnel and teaching. Segregated, male, female. From DRRM and climate change terminologies training down to number 23, other related activities. And for box 31, disaster reduction indication, okay, carried over again ito from the previous and also self-explanatory. Ito po ang paglagay natin. Just indicate here the number of available IEC materials. Okay, from disaster calamities, whether natural hazards or human-induced hazards. And box 32, armed conflict-related initiatives. Okay, just check the appropriate boxes, also carried over from the previous base form. And just take note also of the definitions of the schools as zone of peace. Andito po. You have to be guided also by this definition. And box 33. Okay, bago po itong pandito, itong box 33. This is Indigenous Peoples Education, IPED program. Cut-off date as of October 31, 2020. Ito po, before, if we will check number one, if there is a check in number one, then that's the time that we can proceed to filling in number two. So the question or what is being asked in number one is check if the school has the following conditions. One condition is peace and order, tensions in the community, experience at least once, and so forth. Another condition is cannot be reached by regular cars or through regular public utility vehicles, and so forth. And another condition is occasional dangerous geographical challenges affecting learners, and so forth. And so number two is asking if there is a check to any of these above conditions, that's the time that you will have to provide 2A. Number of teachers residing within and outside the school municipality. Within the school municipality and outside the school municipality. And another question is 2B, does the school have experience in working with IP community for the development of contextualized lessons, plans, development of learning, resources, and other activities? That is if kung may na-check po tayo sa in even if just one of the conditions existing as asked in number one. Okay, so and for the next, okay, that's say thank you for listening. Hopefully, we became aware of the data elements, the new, especially the new data elements that were included in the new base form, the GESP, and you just have to be guided also by the definitions there. And before time check, it's 11:20. So before we entertain you your questions, we will proceed with the procedure for the downloading and uploading of the GSP or the BS form template from your LIS account. Thank you so much. Sabi dito, stay well and stay safe. Kahit na napakaraming data ang kakailanganin, still, we ask for your patience and support, but always be reminded by the health protocols so that we will always be safe. Thank you so much and good morning. Sir Mar?
Thank you, sir.
So, it took me 1 hour, more than 1 hour. Nakaano na ba ako? Wala na ako sa presentation. Ay, okay. So, thank you so much again, Sir Mark. Can we proceed? Mamaya na pang ating questions. So, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you. We proceed, sir. Ay, okay. Thank you, sir. Nakapasok ka pala doon. Okay. That's for the school forms. Okay. Sige. Thank you. Thank you. Sige. Proceed na po tayo. Ay, ganun ba? So, sa Sir Vim, okay ba? Are you ready with your plan? Yung uploading na facility sa LIS? Hello, Sir Vim? Andiyan pa ba si Sir Vim? Baka nawala. Sir Mar? Hello? Sir Vim? Okay. Si Sir Vim na ang magpe-present ng yung downloading of the template. Si Sir Vim na magpe-present? Andyan ba siya? Andyan pa? O nawala? Ay, ganun ba? So, no. Can you check? Or I'll be the one to present na? Para tuloy-tuloy na? Baka may internet ko, connectivity problem sa Sir Vim. Ah, ganun, sir. Sige, I cannot do that. Supposedly, kasama din ako dyan. Di ba? Si Sir Bim, andyan na.
Ay, hello po. Sensya na po, nahulog ako. Talaglag. Yes po.
Sige, Sir Bim. Yung facility natin sa downloading, yung process. Downloading from the LIS account nitong GESP form up to the uploading. Makakapag-present ka, Sir Bim? Andyan ba sa iyo yung PowerPoint mo? Or yung ipo-present mo?
Unfortunately, sorry to say to the group po at naka-cellphone lang po ako. So I can present po. But then, yun pong ating form or yung template po natin ng ating GESP, pwede po nating ma-download yun doon sa LIS account natin. So, by the way naman po, kapag if ever na kailangan po ng PA, message na lang po ako. Sorry to say to the group po.
Sige, so kay Sir Vim, i-present ko na rin lang. Very short na lang naman siguro ito. Para guided din sila. Okay. Okay. So, andito po ulit ako. Allow me to present itong BEIS uploading. Actually, nasa ano po natin ito, nasa account, but allow me to present this for us to be aware how are we going to download itong ating GESP template and how to upload. I would remind before I start na hopefully we will be able, bawat school will be able to download sa kanilang LIS account using yung school head account para that will be the one you will use offline sa pag-accomplish, pag-fill ng data or information dyan sa BEIS form, and then the same accomplished template you will use in the uploading. Kasi dati-dati, mayroong schools kasi hindi nila ma-download, nagkakuan sa, humihingi na lang ng i-copy from other school, minsan baka magkaroon ng technical issues or errors or mistake, kaya it would be appropriate na mas maganda para just to be sure na we will be able to upload yung template natin if we will use the template what we had downloaded in our own LIS account. So allow me to continue na po. Sandali lang po ito. BEIS uploading of school profile facility. Outline for this, the profile facility, the important guidelines, and short demo. School profile facility. Of course, we have the new facility that will allow the following for the schools to download, yan po, the appropriate template for their COC, the curricular offering classification, whether sa GESP sa inyo, kinder, ang COC natin is kinder to grade 6. Though mayroon po pala tayong integrated school din, may grade 7, pero ang ano po nila, yung kinder to grade 6. And also, to upload the filled up form to the school profile facility. Yan po, filled up na after accomplishing offline the downloaded template, the same will be uploaded to your school profile facility or to your LIS account. For the revisions, we will be able to monitor or validate the uploaded school profile. Okay. Once you had ganito po, once you had downloaded and accomplished po yung inyong BEIS form, the GESP, pag in-upload nyo na po yan dyan sa LIS account nyo, that's the time that we will have to validate yung ano po. We can validate. Pero we will ask for the hard copy of your accomplished offline template. Kaya lang, as of now, medyo, we are under modified ECQ at we have restrictions sa ating sa pag-report or ating movements. As soon as the situation allows, may we request you to submit a hard copy of the accomplished offline template, which will be our reference or basis in validating your uploaded GESP form. So, yan po. Kasi ang ating restrictions natin, I think it's up to April 2020. And yan, if you will be allowed now to report, kindly provide us a hard copy. Kasi ang ating pong timeline for accomplishing itong ating BEIS is up to May 31, 2020. The BEIS facility became available noong pong March 15. and but the materials were provided to us just recently. And syempre po, we still have to catch up with the timeline provided to us. So if we will start after this, yung pag-accomplish ng ating plan, so hopefully, you will be able to complete yung offline natin before i-set po natin later yung agreement. But I would suggest, sana, encoded na po tayo lahat by after 1 month, after 30 days. So May 7 po ang ating hopefully lahat included na tayo by May 7. Kasi we also have to validate validated na dapat yan up to May 31. So on or before na May 7, pag mayroon na po sa inyong nag-encode dyan or nag-upload, we will start to validate. Kasi siyempre po, maraming schools ang i-validate natin. So we also have the time to validate yung inyong mga uploaded profiles. Yan po. So starting tomorrow up to May 7, we hope nakapag-upload na po tayo ng ating school profile dyan sa LIS account natin. So, divisions will monitor, validate, uploaded school profile. And for the regions, mayroon din po silang way of monitoring. Nakikita rin po nila sa account nila. Those that were already uploaded, mga school profiles. Pag nakikita rin po ng region, pag mga schools na hindi pa nakapag-upload, kinokol po ang attention ng mga division. So again, important reminders in accomplishing the template. Okay, only the school head user account will be able to download the school profile template and upload it also once it has been accomplished. So school head accounts. So, kung ang ating pong system admin o BEIS coordinator ang magkano dyan, so ano na lang po ng ating password to our BEIS coordinator who will encode po yung ating mga data dyan sa template. Also, only templates downloaded from the BEIS website can be uploaded. Ayan po. Yung nabanggit ko kanina, BEIS website can be downloaded there and then uploaded. Kaya nga po, I advise kanina, hopefully yung dinownload natin, yun din po ang gamitin natin. So, we have to download our own template. Hindi po natin alam kung yan po ay yung copy niyan, you provide a copy of the soft copy to another school if that another school would be able to upload. But to avoid the errors, na po natin. Just download our own template. Ito po. Users can upload their accomplished school profile as many times as needed. So, pag nakapag-upload na po tayo, pwede pa rin mag-upload the following day or pag may mga revisions tayo up to such time na hindi pa po yan nababalidate ng division ng planning office. So, only the data, the latest uploaded version will be saved in the database. So, nawawala po yung pag nag-upload tayo ulit, nawawala po yung previous na na-upload natin, and then ano na po dyan, masisave na lang po dyan yung recently or the latest data or template that was uploaded. Okay, user can change also the file name of the template. Pwede naman. Okay. Templates available for downloading will be based on the school. Yan, nabanggit kanina, based on your school curricular offering classifications. Sa inyo po, kindergarten to grade 6. Ayan. You are only required to fill in the white cells. Okay po. You try filling in the non-white cells, baka hindi po tayo makakapag-encode. The system will still allow uploading of the form with incomplete data. So, pag may hindi tayo na nalagyan na cell. So incomplete po yung data. The blank cell, the blank data cell with a numeric value will be converted to 0 in the database. Also, fill out all data cells manually. Yan po. Manually lang po. Wala pong copy-paste. Walang shortcuts like copy and paste, cut and paste, and most especially, wala pong drag and drop. Magkakaroon po yung error yan once you upload. Ito po. Another reminder po, for data cells requiring numeric values, input whole number. For data cells requiring whole number. Ayan. Data cells requiring whole number. Input the whole number. And for data cells requiring numeric values, input decimal numbers for data cells requiring decimal numbers. Ayan po, may sample lang pala tayo dyan. Like yung how fast is your internet connection? And then download Mbps 34.25. So decimal numbers we can encode. And po, any checkbox option where yes and no options were both selected, ayan, this will be considered as a yes. Pag chinekan ng yes or no, considered as yes po yan. Ayan po. For checkbox options with related data fields, if yes is selected, ayan po. Pag may yes, the related fields na kakailangan ng numeric value, that value should be greater than 0. Sample po dyan, ito po. Ayan. Does the school officially manage a Facebook page? Ayan po. Specify your Facebook page. You check po yung yes, and then if yes, what is the Facebook page address? Facebook.com. Then yung link. Yung full address of your Facebook. And another one for checkboxes options, if both yes and no options, hindi po na check, automatically will be treated as no. Okay. If options yes or no na miss out, walang na check, automatic magiging no. Ayan pa ang example natin. Do you contact action research in your school? Wala. Automatic po yan, no. Di na rin mapilapan itong 1.A, 1.B, and 1.C. Kaya, your version of Excel should at least be MS Office 2010. Meron pa bang gumagamit sa atin version earlier than this? Okay. Lahat naman siguro, MS Office 2010 and later versions. Dates can be in these formats: month, date, year, or date, month, year. Okay. Observe validations of data cells. School info, reminder, school ID inputted in the template will be checked based on the school ID associated in the user account. Okay. And table 11, GST form, table 5 and government senior high school form, column 12, shall tally in entries in column 2. Okay, pag you will know that. Sakaling makikita once you are accomplishing na the form. Okay. For type of data elements in BEIS, the learners enter valid number between 0 to 20,000. Nationwide, wala naman atang schools na mayroong more than 20,000 ng learners. Tayo, pinakamarami, mga 3,000 ata. Other numeric value, teachers, please enter valid number between 0 to 999. Okay. Wala naman tayong school na more than 999, 1,000. And for assistive device, please enter valid number between 0 to 999. Lock sessions action research, valid number between 0 to 2,000. So we expect a lot of lock sessions and action research. Aabot po na supposedly pwede pala yung up to 2,000. Okay, years advices, guidance counselor, please enter valid number between 0 to 40. Average monthly expense internet, and then po, valid number between 0 to 1 million. Number of hours in available day, between valid number is between 0 to 24. Total land area, between 0 to 200,000. Clinic supplies, 0 to 2,000. Days, 0 to 31. Disaster, 0 to 99. Time tested, valid time in hours, months, ano itong seconds. Drop down, please select on the list provided. Pag nag-drop down tayo, just click yung appropriate item or list. MOE, valid is up to 20 million. And year acquired, please enter the valid year. Okay, demo. For logging, first, log into the beis.deped.gov.ph using your school head account. Click on the step 2 is click on the basic education information system link under DepEd apps group panel. Ayan po, pag andun na po tayo sa account nyo, sa school head account, pag na-open na, yan po ang ating choices, learner information, enhanced school basic education information system. Take note po, meron po tayo itong enhanced basic education information system. Dito po tayo sa basic education. Itong enhanced, disregard this muna. Dito po tayo sa ibaba. Basic education information system. May mga nagpa-pop up, unnecessary pop-ups. And step 3, now click the upload tab. Yan po, upload yung ating mga base coordinator. They are ICTs, alam po nila yan. And school profiles uploaded. And then lalabas, 0 pa. And step 4, download the school profile template. And upload. And dito po, download. And dito po, nakalagay dito is download either, ang sample po dito is senior high school. For you, yung COC natin is kinder to grade 6. Download, of course, yung GESP natin. And step 5, now, the downloaded template accomplished. Ayan na po. White cells ang natin. Pag-encoden po natin. Also note, some questions have drop-down options. Okay, click lang po natin yung right list dyan sa drop-down. Like ito po, itong sa region, 1, 2, 3. Of course, we have to click region 2. Unless naligaw po ang ating school sa ibang region, hindi naman siguro. Step 6, click the school profile button to search for the file to be uploaded. Ayan. Once accomplished na, andyan po yan either dyan sa laptop nyo or sa USB. Isi-search po natin yan kung nasaan yung file, and then pag search na, at andun na yung file, search. Next step is 7, click the upload now button. Sorry. Okay, the upload button is andito po sa right bottom corner. Yan po makikita natin sa account natin. And again, if there are errors found the uploaded file, mayroon pong error notification message. Ayan pa, display live error is found. Please check the errors from the table below. Ayan po. I think specify naman po kung saan yung error para ma-trace, we will be able to trace yung error na babalikan natin. So, self-check mo ito. If there are errors found in the uploaded file, a table, template errors will be displayed to list the errors found in the uploaded template. Ayan po. Yung table will be displayed para makita natin yung mga errors. Faced in the uploaded template. Ayan po, yung list. Ayan. School ID. Ayan po, makikita rin natin. So, it's a matter of yung auto-check po ang mga ito. Para we can trace outright yung ating errors. If the uploaded files has no errors, a school profile successfully uploaded. Notification message will be displayed. Ayan po, successfully uploaded. That's the time that the division, the planning office, and other concerned personnel will have to validate yung ating uploaded profile. Pag mayroon pong during our validation, pag may napansin namin error, we will have to call your attention. Then you will have to revise your accomplished form para yun i-upload niyo ulit. But halimbawa, nag-validate na kami, and then the status of your school profile validated na, and then kayo ulit ang nakakita ng error doon sa in-upload nyo, may babaguhin kayo, you have to request the division, the planning unit for the reversion of the status of validated para makapag-upload ulit kayo ng revised accomplished form. Yan, that is on or before May 30 natin magagawa yan. Beyond May 31, 2021, wala lang, system close na yan, generation reports na. Ayan, step number 8, to view downloaded the uploaded template, click the dashboard tab, then click the template's name under school profile. Ayan pa. Ayan pa, yung nabanggit kanina, can no longer be validated by the division, PO. Pag di na pa kayo makapag-upload ulit pala, pag validated na. So, yan, try to call our attention, make the request for the reversion of the validated status. Ayan po. Nabanggit ko na ito. And, again, thank you. Thank you. So, okay. Time check, it's almost 12 na pala. Quarter to 12. We can still entertain questions if you have. So I'll give back the platform to Sir Marfield. Yes, sir. Yung form, yung template mismo, we will try to provide you na lang itong presentation para maka-guide din sa ating pag-complete ng template. Pero as I mentioned before, mas maganda if you will download mismo yung template dyan sa LIS account nyo. Kasi kahit na kumuha kayo ng soft copy sa iba, still, i-upload nyo rin yan dyan sa account nyo. So, better na mag-download na rin lang muna kayo dyan sa LIS account nyo and then accomplish and then upload. So, it would be better na ang gagamit yung template mismong downloaded dyan sa LIS account nyo na yung kanina na illustrate. So for more for technical assistance, just in case may mga system error or medyo hindi tayo makapag-access agad, makapag-download, you can call us. Sir Vin would be willing to assist, even yours truly willing also to assist sa pag-download and upload. Later, ipopost po natin itong presentation ko. Pero yung template po, yung soft copy, download, paki-download na lang po dyan sa ano natin, sa account natin. Kasi
Sir
yun
Manny?
Yes, ma'am. Sino pa ito? Yes, ma'am. Rosalie.
Sir, in our case, small schools, may
Yes,
mga
ma'am.
data kami na nawala talaga, just like for the SPED. Shall we leave it blank or we put 0 on it?
You can put kanina po kasi put yung not applicable or 0. Hindi, may pagkakaiba po doon. Yung nabanggit ko kanina. So, not applicable po pala sa inyo. Although sabi ko pag leave na left blank yung automatic, parang 0 na ang makakonsider na 0.
Okay, sir. Thank you po.
Welcome po. Okay. I saw yung ni Sir Mac ba yan? I think sa San Jose si Sir Mac eh. Yung missing data. Okay. Yung missing data, that refers to yung data na mayroon kayong school, kaya mayroon yung data in school. May appropriate na data para sa isang slot or item na hinihingi. Kaya lang, hindi available nga lang sa school yung data. Probably because of the situation, hindi makita yung data. So, missing ang ilalagay natin. Yung not applicable, na talagang not applicable yun sa school mo. Like yung like sa ano bang hinihingi na hindi applicable sa school niya. Anong data? Yes, yung like sa SPED, non-SPED center ng school mo, not applicable na yun. Yes, sir. Sige. I saw her si Sir Jerry gamit. May specific name format po ba tayo sa template kapag nag-upload na po? Thanks. Okay. Kanina na mention that you can change the file name, yung format ng file name. Pag in-upload natin, yes, what the file name you use, okay lang, ma-upload po natin. So, wala po tayong standard format sa name, the file that we will be uploaded. Kasi kung ano naman yan, kung maiba yung, assuming lang na may standard format tayo, at you have your own name format, pag in-upload natin yan, hindi yan tatanggapin ng system. But if the system accepts it at you were able to upload successfully, so okay lang. So ibig sabihin, we can change the file name, wala tayong standard name format sa pag-upload. You have your own, you can use your own file name to be uploaded. Si Sir Benedict, downloaded na po from BEIS. Okay, si Sir nakapag-download na sa BEIS. Sir, pasend po soft copy ng topics you at i-discuss din po namin sa school. Yes, sir. We will do that. Ipopost po namin itong PowerPoint presentations. Thank you, sir. Yes, para mag-guide po tayo nitong sa ating mga Kasi although you have the you have the template at andun po yung pag nakapag-download kayo at andun din po yung mga definitions sa ibaba ng tables and boxes, still dito po sa PowerPoint may mga certain explanations po dito na wala po doon sa downloaded template nyo. So we will post this. It will also help as a guide sa ating pagkuha o paglagay ng data. Thank you, Sir Melo. Post po namin sa GC itong PowerPoint. So, question pa po. So, reminder lang po yung natin kasi ano pa tayo, still modified ECQ tayo. Yun po, health protocol, observe po natin. In the meantime, mga data na masiguro natin, especially yung 2019-20, mayroon siguro tayo nakasave na data sa ating mga USB or laptop. We can, naman siguro natin. So, we ask for your advance patience po because medyo mahirap ang ating situation ngayon. But still, we have the mandate to accomplish this kasi kailangan pa po itong ating data ng central office. And by the way, ito pong BEIS pag-comply natin dito, this might also help us or magamit din natin later kasi right now there are preparations being made for the first regional planning conference come November, I think 22 to 24. Mayroon pong mga contested activities diyan. Research, mayroon na po yan. And then included na po sa mga contested activities are data management and also strategic planning management. Doon po sa data management, included po dyan ang contested activities like yung LIS or BEIS accomplishment. Ganun po. Whether naka 100% complete po ang inyong school, and then will be considered yung parameters or indicators diyan siguro yung of course yung completeness and yung timeliness, and central office will provide yung data or doon sa mga indicators iyang system natin na yung kailan tayo nakapag-upload or nakapag 100% complete sa ating LIS, sa pag-update ng status ng ating mga learners, something like that. So, actually, yung Regional Planning Conference in preparations pa rin at data management, strategic plan management, the general guidelines are still being crafted in coordination with our PPRG. So, later, may inform din po kayo. And mga participants po dito for the contested activities or region-validated school SBM levels 2 and 3. But any rate, will be officially informed later po. Hopefully sooner para yung preparations po natin mas maaga, mas maganda po. So yan po. Remember, yes sir. Okay. So ang po natin, hopefully we will be able to encode. Yan po ang agreement natin. May 7 encoded na po tayo, uploaded na po natin lahat ng for us to have enough time to validate also. And once nakapag-encode na po kayo, even earlier than May 7, so we will try to start validating. And then possible din namin na i-call ang attention nyo for some revisions, something like that. Marami pong data po. Pero actually, maraming natanggal na eh. All data elements na pinasok natin sa LIS, tinanggal na po yung mga tables doon. Automatic na pong i-incorporate nila yon. So, actually mas lesser na ang data elements sa mga tables and boxes for today. But with a lot of inclusions related po mostly sa health natin because of the pandemic situation natin. So, sige question pa po? Or you can reserve your question later. Open naman po ang sa ating ang group chat natin sa planning and research. Still, you can have questions while we accomplish these forms. So, Sir Mark, baka mayroon pa po. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So, okay, sige. Yan po, just will just to stick doon po sa ating agreement in principle, yung encoded lahat ng by 7, and we thank you and asking for your still yung support despite the difficult situation we are having now. But because of the mandate, we have to accomplish this. So still, as we do this, observe, siyempre health is the priority of all. So please observe the health protocols. And yun nga po, also now in behalf of Ma'am SDS Cherry and Sir Jonathan, our ASDS, maraming salamat po for your time you share and getting more info on what we have to do on this for this activity. So we expect more, hopefully, mga questions pa while we accomplish this, and we will try to entertain. We will answer as best as we can. Thank you so much. So see you doon sa sa system. See you your school profile as uploaded. Thank you so much. Again, stay safe. Good noon. Uh, uh, Sir Mar, just a last reminder lang po. Pahabol, sorry yung atin pong early registration, let's continue to update yung mga if we expect more learners to enroll sa early registration for our kinder, grade 1, grade 7, grade 11. Kasi per latest figure doon sa from the enrollment of school year 2020 to 2021, total enrollment for these grade levels, we have almost 9,000 plus. So barely we have, as of now, mga 4,000 plus pa rin lang. So it's just 40%. So tuloy po sana tayo sa kuha natin sa early registration up to April 30 before the closing date of the system for early registration. So again, thank you so much. Still observe health protocol, social distancing. If face-to-face cannot really be avoided even after April 20. Thank you so much. Stay safe and healthy.